next martial a-hole. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes.
No way.
Oh!
From the Queen Studios of New York, Conor McGregor's post-workout Q&A reaction show. That's a lot to say. With the MMA-Holes. What's up? Friends, family, MMA-Holes, everyone's wonderful, wonderful, right, Luke Thomas?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah, that's right. All right, we are here, we are live. Surprise, surprise, motherfuckers. We weren't supposed to be live today. We're supposed to be live tomorrow. We will be live tomorrow, so you can shove that up your ass. We'll be there tomorrow, yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful.
So what I wanted to do is this, okay? Friday, a lot of stuff dropped into our laps on top of us about Conor McGregor, Paulie Malignaggi, Floyd Mayweather, blah, 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 blah. We're being force-fed with all this shit, with all this man right over here. And we've been going back and forth. Back and forth. Paulie Malignaggi comes out, and he says things about Conor disrespecting him, and pictures being released, and all this stuff. We got to hear Paulie Malignaggi's side of the story. Now, I did make a video saying that I believed Paulie Malignaggi. I didn't believe the part where he was pushed down by Conor McGregor. So let's make that clear, okay? You could go back in the videos, and I mean, I've been getting killed left and right about that, but it doesn't matter. Everyone has an opinion. It's fine. People are very defensive over this man over here, Conor McGregor. Now, I've been claimed to be, people have said I'm a dick rider and this and that, but I like to go on every situation. I like to base my opinion on each different situation separately, okay? I'm stumbling across my words, but I like to analyze each situation, and that's what I'm doing right now. Paulie Malignaggi spoke, and I believed him. Now, I'm not saying Paulie Malignaggi was 100% right with what he was saying, but I think in a nutshell, he was disrespected, like he said. With that being said, he deserved it. He called out Conor McGregor, and Conor McGregor gave him what he deserved. So let's make that clear, okay? Videos were released by Dana White, and Conor McGregor said he didn't release those videos, but Dana White did release these things, showing that, indeed, Paulie Malignaggi was, he wasn't pushed to the ground. He was punched to the ground. Now, there's some controversy. Some people are saying that the left hand was on the back of his head, pushing him. It was an illegal shot, whatever. I don't know what you want to say. Our last video, where we had Blair Tugman on, at the end, the news broke. We actually did it live. As soon as we found it, we played the tape. We looked at it. And we all came to the same conclusion on what that situation was about. Conor McGregor had a post-workout Q&A on Friday. And this was before these tapes were released. I'm pretty sure that Conor knew that these tapes were going to be released, judging by the clips that I heard from it. So what we're going to do right now is this. We're going to have a fun live... What the fuck? It's the coffee tip dance! I'll tell you in a second what we're going to do, but check this out. Frank Bavon making me drink some coffee. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Paula is cunt. Zane is also a cunt. Cunt Rolf MMA-Holes, fuck the haters band of cunts.
It's true. That is very true, Frank. You said it very well. That was wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Frank Pavon, for the coffee tip dance. There you go. Paulie is a cunt. Yeah. Now check this out. The reason why I'm doing this video is this. The Lovable Mouthpiece. That's what Conor McGregor called Paulie Malignaggi. The Lovable Mouthpiece. Now, what we need to do right now is this. This video will be devoted to the Q&A Conor McGregor post-workout on Friday. Okay? Conor said a lot of things during his post-workout. I didn't get a chance to hear the whole thing, so I want to do a live reaction with you guys. We're going to have an open chat right inside over here where you can spew your opinions and have some fun. I love the fact that the Conor supporters are so defensive over Conor McGregor. It's pretty wild, man. I mean, these people will die for Conor McGregor. Now, I am a huge Conor fan, but I have to be as unbiased as possible. But with that being said, I'm always rooting for this guy. No matter what, I'm always Team Conor. And it is funny when people call me out saying that I am, I'm bashing Conor McGregor and this and that. But it is what it is. Now, our friends are here. The live chat has united. And check it out. Look at all these fooks in here. Welcome to the party. Are you guys ready for a Sunday party? Hit me with the ones if you're pumped up. Olympia Lowlife, Tim F, Tommy Arnold, Jesus Christ, Darth Bane, M24 says, fuck Zane.
Wonderful.
That's right. Cameron says, I seriously hope Conor does not come out like that against Floyd. Renato Laranja says, what up, Kamen Rider? Respect to you and stuff. James Stuck says, Paulie slipped. Kamen Rider says, Renato Laranja, what's up, dude? Frank Pavon, Tim F, Renato is here. And he says, hanging with the boys.
Hanging with the boys.
Darth Bane says, Irish support our own. I'm not delusional, like the casual fans, though. Listen, I love the passion. I really do. I like when people come into the comment section and bash me, especially after these streams are done. People write these long paragraphs and just fucking light me on fire. And it's great. It's fucking great. It's not insulting at all. It's actually fantastic because I love to see the passion of the fans. The whole purpose of the MMA-Holes is for us to spew our passion all over each other's faces. Yeah.
Wonderful.
That's why we are the MMA-Holes. That's why we like the show. That's why we play this song. And make him dance. That's right. Make him dance. The diaper. Every 10 likes.
I've got 10 more likes.
I've got
10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes.
fuck you dislikes.
I've got 10 more likes.
I've got
10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I hope the dislikes die of AIDS.
Okay, everybody get comfy and cozy. Let's bring you guys over here, the Lovable Mouthpiece. Now, this will be the audio of the Conor Q&A. I'm going to play it. I'll stop it. Let's talk. Let's chat. Let's have a good time. This is the Conor fans. This is your room to shove your chests out, push your chest forward, show your Irish pride, and spew your opinion. Now, if you do not like Conor, well, you could show your opinion too. Let's fight inside this chat over here. Viciousness or lovableness. I don't give a fuck what you're doing there. Have fun. Let's have a good time. Let's do it, guys. Are you guys ready for some fun?
Yes, sir.
Conor was a little delayed there. Are you guys ready for some fun?
Yes, sir.
That's right. All right. Let's do this, kids. We're going to be playing the Conor Q&A right now. All right. So I'm going to be talking over this with you guys. We're going to have a little fun. It's a long Q&A. So get comfy. All
Process been like? Has it been fun, frustrating, difficult? What's it been like?
It's been a lot of fun. I mean,
right, well, adjust your volume. Talk up. Speak up, Conor.
to adapt from 5 minute rounds to 12 trees has been different. We've had to adjust some things in preparation, but it's been very enjoyable. It's like everything's refreshed, so we've had a great time. It's been a great training camp, a grueling training camp, multiple fights in the training camp, and we're ready.
What's the process been like in terms of becoming a boxer? Because some people are saying, you know, it might be better for you to not try to actually become a boxer in this short of time, but do what you normally do and just adapt a little bit.
Yeah, I've been lacing up the gloves my whole life. People think I'm a day one novice or something. I'm a multiple weight world champion, multiple weight world champion in multiple organizations. So I've been lacing up the gloves my entire existence.
Now, keep in mind, guys, this will just be an audio stream of this, okay? This is just an audio stream. We're going to be listening. Let me know in the chat if you did hear this or you didn't hear this. If you did hear this, hit yes. If you didn't hear this, hit no. Either way, we're all going to fucking argue in the chat room. 49-1 or 50-0. That's basically what's going to happen.
Of course, we will come with a different approach than people are used to. We will paint many pictures inside the ring, and that's it.
When you talked about in LA, you mentioned the footwork and you said doing capoeira and karate and all different things. What impact do you think that has on him when he's standing and expecting the guy moving one way and then you're kind of doing that stuff?
You said it best. It forces a man to react off of my creation. He is not creating his own setup. It is simply he is reacting. So when you're reacting and not creating, you're in trouble. And then factor in with the punch power and the precision. And it's not going to end well for Floyd.
It's not going to end well for Floyd. Look inside this chat room over here. Olympia Lowlife, Joe Miller, Ishmael Carrillo, Filthy George is 42-0. Craig Lee, M24 have heard this. So state your opinions. This is the second time hearing it. We need to know what you guys think about this whole thing. Conor's very, very confident. You can tell this is coming off of his little workout session, and it was pretty impressive, I have to say. Now, speed-wise, I do give the advantage to Floyd Mayweather, but I did enjoy seeing him hold up the 12 rounds and hitting them bags with power going into the 12th. Interesting to see.
It's not going to end well for all the people who are doubting me and so convinced that this is what it is, and I am just looking forward to post-fight educating the entire world once again what true martial arts is.
You had said at one point when you were talking about fighting him that you were concerned about Bayless as a referee. I think it was your team that was concerned about Bayless, correct? Because
no, I mean, not necessarily concerned. There's no concern. It's just simply his views. He went public on what he thought the fight was. He dismissed it, or like multiple people in the boxing industry. So straight away, he can't be involved in the event. If he has a conflict of interest in it and he is a certain way, you cannot be involved in it. So
I guess my question out of that, Conor, would be then, are you concerned about a boxing-specific referee who may not understand those movements you're doing, and when you're doing that would say, hey, let's go, fight and try to get you to fight in a more traditional boxing manner?
Now, this is a good question over here. This is a good question. The ref could play a big part in this fight because, let's be honest, Conor's going to be trying to do things in an unorthodox way. Now, judging from the sparring of Conor McGregor and Paulie Malignaggi, you can see he was doing things differently, and the judge was letting it go. I'm curious to see how lenient it's going to be during this battle of MMA versus boxing. Let's see what Conor says.
Everything is legal. Everything is legal that we have been doing here. I mean, we have brought in, I've had a referee present at every single spar. I've had a Hall of Fame referee, Joe Cortez, here in Vegas. I mean, if that doesn't show the boxing community that I'm taking this seriously, taking these rules set seriously and looking to abide by this, and of course I'm going to play to the rules and I'm going to implement my own stuff, but we are prepared. I mean, you don't have, go ask Joe what the preparation has been like. You know what I mean? We are prepared here. So
he's my neighbor, right?
Yeah,
I will.
So it will be unusual to everyone watching and to Floyd, of course, but that's not my problem. So.
It's not unusual to be.
Conor,
they will study it after it's done.
Conor, what's your response to Paulie leaving camp and what he said about you?
All right, so here we go. What's your response on what Paulie said in camp about Conor? Okay, here we go. The lovable mouthpiece, which is the quote that I've taken from this whole thing, which is goddamn fantastic. Conor is sipping on some coffee right now, and he's going to give his response about Paulie Malignaggi. Now, keep in mind, this video is right before the videos were released, okay? But Conor was fully aware that these things were going to be leaked, and I do believe that everything is released for a reason, at a certain time for a reason. I think it's all planned when it comes to that. I'm not sure if Paulie did know that they were going to actually show that footage, because I don't think Paulie would have said the things he said if they did show that footage. But when it comes down to it, the Mayweather camp and the McGregor camp, I think they're all in cahoots when it comes to releasing footage and audio and blah, blah, blah. So let's hear Conor's answer to this.
It shows his character, in my opinion. He was looking for an exit. The spars were not good for him. He took a lot of head trauma. Straight after it, we were worried. The sparring partners were actually telling us when he was dropped back to the home that he was stumbling out of the car after the 12-rounder.
He was stumbling out of the car after the 12-rounder. Now, he was flopping around in that video, but we didn't get to see the whole thing, so.
He was knocked down. He was flattened against the ropes. Multiple times the ropes kept him on his feet. We were worried about him. We thought the worst was that to happen. You know what I mean? He was certainly badly concussed. And then he just got out of there and went running. And I don't know. I mean, I don't mind Paulie.
He says he doesn't mind Paulie. He says he was certainly concussed. Let me know in the chat with the ones if you thought Paulie Malignaggi was concussed through the headgear. Let me know with the chat with the ones right now.
He came in. He spoke a hell of a game previous. Very disrespectful to the skill set. Very disrespectful to the discipline. But no matter what a man says, if they show up and try to answer that and try their best, you've got to give respect, and that's what happened. He showed up, he tried his best. It didn't go his way, he got his ass whooped, he got his pride dented, And then he wanted a way out. What better way for a guy like him to exit under a load of questions and mysterious, you know what I mean? So, under a load of questions, so...
What's your response to the way he says you've been treating your sparring partners as far as the house they're staying at?
I think it's ridiculous. I mean, we have multiple houses over here.
All right, so he thinks it's ridiculous. Hold on a second. Michael James London, Joel Miller, Renato Laranja, M24, John Taberi, Ishmael Carrillo, Darth Bane. Well, they think that Paulie Malignaggi was concussed.
Look, he can say what he wants. The guy is a mouthpiece.
This is the best. This is the part I heard, and I was like, I got to do a video here. He's calling him a mouthpiece. I mean, who the fuck? Oh, fuck. Now, guys, the reason why I am doing this video is this. People are accusing me on going one side with Paulie Malignaggi. I'm a Conor McGregor fan. I have to give both sides to the story. I did believe Paulie Malignaggi when it came to the big picture of the situation. I don't think he was lying about what he said. The thing that he was lying about was the pushdown, but I never agreed with that part of Paulie Malignaggi's interview with Ariel Helwani. With that being said, it's time to have a little fun with Conor McGregor, and this is him talking about the whole Paulie Malignaggi situation, calling him a mouthpiece.
I don't know what else to say. He came in, he got his ass whooped, he got his ego badly dented, and that's it. I mean, we sent the footage of the knockdown, we sent the footage over, and I don't think they are refusing to show it, so he was flattened. What can I say? He got his ass whooped.
Oh, man.
But I like the guy. He's all right, though. He's kind of like a lovable mouthpiece. Do you know what I mean?
Lovable mouthpiece. He's a lovable mouthpiece.
Man, but he's all right. You know what I mean? So, but it did not go well for him, so.
Well, Conor,
All right, so it didn't go well for him. He did say that he kind of likes the guy. He calls him a lovable mouthpiece. And this is what I said about Paulie Malignaggi, too. In the brief meeting that I did have with him, I did have an interview with him. He's a nice fucking guy. Paulie's a nice guy. A lot of his shit talking was his shtick back in his boxing days. He's a New York guy. He's got a big mouth. He's a nice guy, though. He is a nice guy. His ego is damaged. Conor kind of exploited him. And he's not really throwing him under the bus. He's telling his side of the story, which is he got his ass whooped and he went, he understands why he left the camp.
When I was hearing all the stuff he was saying, I was like, it's concussion talk. The man is badly concussed. I mean, look at his face. He was bust up bad. As far as the images that got leaked, let me clear this. I didn't leak no images.
He didn't leak any images. And by the way, Christopher Stillwell says, "What's up? Loving this channel." And Christopher Stillwell is
Wonderful.
That's right.
The image I leaked and the image I released, the only image I released was the original one where my hands were behind my back. And that was in response to the comment where he said, he went on a big quote, and one of the comments in the quote was, "I will beat him with one hand tied behind my back."
Okay. So that is the image that Conor did release. If you did see it, it was like the against Alvarez where Conor had his hands behind his back. Well, he did that with Paulie Malignaggi. He released it, and that he claims that that's the only one he did release, which is the truth because if you look at his social media, that's the only thing he did put up. I mean, I was basically looking all over social media, but that's the only one he put up.
So I released one picture with me whooping his ass with both hands behind my back. No connecting to the face shots, no him getting slapped around the ring, nothing like that. After the second one, he went on his world tour, or after the first one, he went on his world tour and came back. He got his ass whooped and he got dropped.
He got dropped. Triple G, what's up, friends? Triple G is now one of the MMA-Holes, and Triple G is
Wonderful.
That's right, Conor, right? That's right.
Pictures got leaked. I don't know how it got leaked. When I found out, I pulled it back. Obviously, the internet's the internet. It blew.
Whoa, hold on a second. Wait, we got to go back here. 347. Let's go back a second here.
The original one where my hands were behind my back. And that was in response to the comment where he said, he went on a big quote, and one of the comments in the quote was, "I will beat him with one hand tied behind my back." So I released one picture with me whooping his ass with both hands behind my back.
He's such a dick. He's such a dick. Instead of one, he decided to do both hands behind his back. And good for him. Good for him.
No connecting to the face shots, no him getting slapped around the ring, nothing like that. After the second one, he went on his world tour, or after the first one, he went on his world tour and came back. He got his ass whooped and he got dropped. One of the pictures got leaked. I don't know how it got leaked. When I found out, I pulled it back. obviously the internet's the internet, it blew up, and then he had such an ego about it and so much pride, and then he went running. But it worked out perfect for him because he didn't want to show up and go again. He couldn't. It's just, it wasn't in him, so.
All right, so he's saying, I mean, basically, he is giving his side of the story right here, and he's saying he understands why Paulie Malignaggi left. Very understandable, and telling him his side of what he released, this and that. So, if you're just jumping in, we're listening to the Conor Q&A. This was on Friday. It was right before the videos were leaked. When Conor McGregor, when Dana White released on social media, Conor McGregor, what actually did happen when Paulie Malignaggi took a tumble in this picture right over here. Now, listen, some shots landed, some were grazing shots. There is controversy about that left arm being on the back of Paulie's head. Regardless, the ref didn't do anything in that situation. The reason why he brought in the ref is if he's doing something illegal, the ref is going to say or do something about it. And in this picture, I mean, the ref is not really doing anything here. Even in the video, the ref wasn't doing anything, showing that maybe it isn't illegal. Maybe these will be allowed. These things will be allowed during their the MAYMAC fight. It's possible. I don't know. Also, the 8-ounce gloves things. I hope he talks about that in this Q&A, because the 8-ounce gloves thing is very fascinating because it looks like it's still up in the air. It looks like they might fight with the 8-ounce gloves. So that could really make things a lot more interesting.
It worked out great for him. He got to exit under a cloud of questions and exactly what a mouth like him wants. So that's
Any concern he might speak to Floyd?
Sorry?
Any concern he might speak to Floyd?
Let him speak. I'm sure he has. Let him speak.
Here's an interesting thing. Any concern about him speaking to Floyd? You have to think that Paulie's going to speak to Floyd. I think they are friends. So that's interesting. Let me know in the chat. I'm going to stop this for a second right now. Let me know in this chat room right here. What do you guys think? Do you think that Paulie Malignaggi is going to go to Floyd and help Floyd out? Do you think Floyd Mayweather is going to call up Paulie and be like, yeah, come on over here. Let's talk. What did you get out of Conor McGregor? Let's see what the chat room thinks. Take a little bit of a break from the video. But it's interesting stuff hearing Conor's side of the story, because we did get to hear Paulie all over the place, so we're hearing Conor. I have a cuck fags all crying, says Edward Klein. Did Conor name his kid Conor? I think he did. I'm pretty sure he did. I'm 158. I have no man boobs, but this is Filthy George. All right. 104 watching. Is this shit glitched? No, we are the MMA-Holes, for God's sakes, CAMERAMAN. Edward Klein says, a condom, McGregor, is your gay leprechaun god. Ha ha ha. How pathetic. It is pretty funny, guys. I did a stream basically in favor of Paulie Malignaggi when he came out, and then the Conor side went after me. I do a video right now about Conor McGregor, leaning towards his direction, and the Paulie fans, the boxing fans come after me. This proves the fans are fickle. This proves I don't give a fuck. It's fun. I like hearing your opinion, so keep them coming right now. Connor Jr. says Olympia Life, so there you go. Westers says, there you go. Nah, fuck Edward and Viking. They soon die, says Frank Pavon. Paulie can't help Floyd. There's my Windows updates. Yeah, let's install an update during my show, Windows. That'd be great, right? Anyway, Olympia Life. KMX. Paulie will definitely talk to Floyd. So there you go. Christopher Stillwell says, yes, they will talk. New to the channel. Frank says, sub. Do it. The Rat and the Weasel, Floyd and Paulie, says Tim F. You're fat ass virgins. Ha ha. All right. Cheers, says KMX. Okay, so there we go. We got your opinions. Keep the cancer going in the chat room. Let's keep this audio of Conor McGregor Q&A Friday, right before those tapes were released.
You can't prepare for me. You can't prepare for me. You can't prepare for the movement. You can't prepare for any of it. He can sit here and watch this.
You're welcome, young Trumpinator. Young Trumpinator. You're welcome. Finally, there's a podcast. You're welcome.
And I'm sure he has been watching that. Let him watch. Let him try and study. But you cannot prepare for this. There's nobody in the game that moves like me, that strikes like me, and that has the confidence like me. So let them speak. Let them talk. It's all good.
Conor, can you describe how you're going to take out Floyd? Yeah, you vision it? Do you see it?
I'm going to knock him out bad. I mean,
You
he's too
gotta
small.
rap one on one shoulder.
I know he's fast.
Hold on a second. There's a donation. Hold on.
Take them belts off me.
Chris, did Paulie get paid? I heard Paulie tried to suck Conor's dick in the shower. Conor said shut your MOWT, shut your FOOKING MOWT. What can he tell Floyd? I got my ass beat, he knows nothing. Chris, thanks for stream. Just to be clear, I love Pussy Jack.
Thank you, Craig. Making Conor McGregor jump in, interrupting the program, and giving us some swole input. That is the MVP over there. Now, if you guys want to interrupt this program, go down in the description and go down on me, and you could find your way to interrupt this. Thank you, Craig Lee, for your swole sexy comment.
I know he's got good reflexes. I know he's experienced. I don't care. I hit you, you fall, and that's it.
It is true, when Conor hits you, you do fall. But will you fall with boxing gloves?
He will be unconscious. If we go 8 rounds, or if we go 8 ounces, which we are very close to, I believe, there's commission hearings and all, so I'm very pleased about that. He will be unconscious inside 2 rounds. Really 1 round. Only for the 10-second count, I will give him maybe surviving into the second. But if it's not, and it's 10 ounce, maybe 4 rounds. But
interesting. Let me back this up for a second here. Let me back that ass up. Hold on 1 second.
the confidence like me, so let them speak, let them talk. It's all good.
Conor, can you describe how you're gonna take out Floyd?
Can you describe how you're gonna take out Floyd? Let's hear what Conor says.
Yeah, do you vision it? Do you see it?
Do you see it?
I'm gonna knock him out bad.
I'm going to knock him out bad. With confidence. Conor McGregor has predicted these things on other occasions, on pretty much all of his previous occasions in MMA. But now he's saying it in boxing.
I mean, he's too small.
He's too small.
I know he's fast, I know he's got good reflexes, I know he's experienced. I don't care.
He doesn't care. He don't care.
Who the fuck is that guy?
I hit you, you fall, and that's it.
I hit you, you fall, and that's it.
He will be unconscious. If we go 8 rounds, or if we go 8 ounces, which we are...
That's right, Michael, the Irish curse Flaherty. Mystic Moss is the GOAT.
Wonderful, wonderful.
very close to, I believe. There's commission hearings and all, so I'm very pleased about that. He will be unconscious inside 2 rounds.
Unconscious inside 2 rounds is what Mystic Max says.
Really 1 round. Only for the 10
Really, 1 round?
second count, I will give him maybe surviving into the second.
Now, here we go. The 10-second count. He's talking about the 10-second count. He's going to give him surviving into the second. And I do believe that this is going to be a factor. If Conor finds a way to land the left, finds a way to rock Floyd Mayweather, he's not going to have the opportunity to do what he's done in MMA. Pounce on top of the man and bounce the head off the canvas. He's not going to have that opportunity. People will have the 10-second count to recuperate, to get their ass back in the picture. So that will favor Floyd. If Floyd somehow gets caught. Now, listen, Floyd Mayweather is Floyd Mayweather. The chances of him getting caught are slim to none. All right? But it is what it is. Now, guys, if you're just jumping in, we are listening to Q&A with Conor McGregor. We heard Paulie's side of the situation. Now we're hearing Conor's side of the situation and what Conor thinks about Floyd Mayweather. The reason why I'm doing this stream is this. There are 2 sides to every story. So now we're hearing Conor's side of the story. Floyd Mayweather, if you want to hear his Q&A, we can do another stream about that in the comment section down below. When this video is done, we'll take a vote. But we're going to do this now.
But if it's not, and it's 10 ounce, maybe 4 rounds. But under 4 rounds, he is certainly unconscious. And that's it.
That is true, though. Under 4 rounds, Floyd is 100% unconscious.
Hey, just to finish up on that Paulie thing really quick, Chris Van Eerden also made the same comment about
You gotta wrap one on one shoulder.
Hold on a second.
Wrap the other on the other shoulder.
Just hold on a
Need
second.
fucking army to come take them belts off me.
Edward failing hard but making the viewer count higher too. 320 subs. Play King of the Cucks song. Floyd is a cunt. Paula is a cunt. MMA-Holes.
So you're saying at 2320 subs, we play the King of the Cuck song. Let's look what we have here. Oh, shit. We have 2320. Do you guys want to hear the King of the Cuck song? Hit me with the ones if you want to hear the King of the Cuck song, and we will play it. 2320. We have 2321. I'll tell you what. At 2330 subscribers, we will play the King of the Cuck song. Fuck off, Bloody Elbow. Until then, we're going to listen to Conor McGregor. He's going to be talking about Paulie Malignaggi again. He got asked back about Paulie Malignaggi, so let's listen.
Both of those guys said it was dirty pull to release. And I know you said you didn't release Paulie, but Chris Van Eerden made that same comment.
They released. They released first. Chris.
They released it first.
I'm hearing that guy shook hands, such an honor, really nice guy. I was like, yeah, thanks so much. We had a great training session. I was like, oh, he's a nice guy. And then interviews start getting happening, and then they go on these world tours, and he wouldn't beat nobody in the 147-pound division. And I'm looking at this guy like that, and I'm like, wait, what? What kind of shit is that for him to say? He's just been saying it was an honor, and then there's a mad interview going now, and then I'm like, we had the recordings. I'm like, let me see that, because I actually hadn't even seen the spar back yet at that stage. It was like straight away when I left the place. It was like interviews and all this. I mean, this comes with the territory, and when I'm at this level, so I get it. But this from a face-to-face respect, and then a disrespect. He can't last, and he can't do this. I'm like, what? And I asked to be shown the rounds. Went back and looked at the rounds, and I'm watching the boy get his head slapped around.
So when he watched the tapes back, he's watching the boy get slapped around. The boy meaning Paulie Malignaggi.
We released like 8 minutes of footage of him getting lit up, and then
I need to see the 8 minutes of footage of him getting lit up. Let me know if you guys need to see it with the ones in the chat right now.
I don't know what to say. Look, it comes with the territory. At the end of the day, I'm the one in here fighting. I'm the one in here.
Hit me with the ones. If you want to see that 8 minutes, I want to see the whole fucking thing. I want to see the whole sparring match, and I feel that it's going to be released regardless. So, I mean, we can't make a complete judgment on just a clip, but the reason why that clip was released, this clip right over here, that I mean, this is why it was released, because of this. It was controversy. Was he pushed? Was he shoved? So that was why that was released. I thought you couldn't film or record any of the stuff they showed on the Showtime thing. They collected all the phones, but apparently Conor's people were allowed to film, and there you go. This is all done for publicity. You know, the releasing, they time these things perfectly. You have this little Q&A here. Boom, that same night they released the video footage. Everything is planned perfectly. I think the way they're marketing the MAYMAC fight is spot on. Spot on. So look inside this chat room over here, and everyone wants to see it. Of course. Michael Flaherty. Let's see. Atman Identity. ATM Identity. Or ATM and Identity says, yeah, I want to see it. Joe Miller wants to see it. Darth Bane wants to see the footage. We are listening to the Conor McGregor Q&A on Friday. Let's hear Conor's side of the story about MAYMAC, Paulie Malignaggi, and all that fucking shit. Remember to drop some likes in there, because every time we get 10 more likes, we play this song, because now we have 42. Let's play the song. Make the man dance with likes. Diaper John, let's go. Ba-na-na-na. I've got 10 more likes.
I'm gonna wrap one on one shoulder. I'm gonna wrap the other on the other shoulder.
Hold on a second.
And you're gonna need
Hold
a
on.
fucking army to come take them belts off me.
Hold on.
I thought his son's name is Jack. We are doing Conor donations to honor Conor. Fuck Paulie, fuck Floyd. I would fuck Conor's sister.
Well, yeah.
Sub 2 channel and 3,000 Chris Fap live for you. Just to clear, I love pussy. I want to see the 8 sub 2 channel smoke weed.
Thank you. Yeah, we should do that. Craig Lee, thank you. Making Conor pop up, because this is a celebration for Conor McGregor. Let's celebrate. To all the Conor lovers, let's all celebrate right now, because, listen, we got Paulie's side of the story. The tapes are released. We went one way. We're going another way now with Conor McGregor. So, thank you, Craig Lee, for making this man dance right over here. Let's play the fucking song. Craig Lee donates, and you guys make him dance. Let's go. I've got
10 more likes.
I've got
10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes.
fuck you dislikes too.
I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I hope the dislikes die of AIDS.
Now this is the most fun MMA show on YouTube, the MMA-Holes. If you're new to this shit, subscribe to us. We do weekly shows. I'll be back on Monday. Wednesday, we've been doing it for 47 weeks in a row. We haven't even had this channel up for a year, and we've been shut down twice for stupidity. We fought Vox and Zuffa. We fought Bloody Elbow, and we win every time. So subscribe to the channel for the fun, swollenness, because look at this. Look at this shit. We don't fuck around over here. Look at this guy, Jessie Murray, is now an MMA hole, and Jesse's wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right, let's get back to the task at hand. Buck 40 watching.
For the commission.
I don't believe so. I don't. If anything, if we're talking, it's stubble. That's the problem, right? For me, stubble and a bald head.
Have they discussed
No, they haven't. I don't. I mean, if they do, I don't give a fuck about that. I don't think so. But we'll see.
Before most of Mayweather's fights, he has the opponent beaten mentally before they step into the ring. Part of the battle for you was always going to be avoiding that. How do you feel you've shaped up in that regard?
Well, this is interesting. This is an interesting question. They're asking him because Floyd Mayweather gets inside people's heads before each one of his fights. Whether he talks a lot, talks a little, he always finds a way to manipulate himself into the A side and to be inside people's heads. Now you have the other side of the equation, Conor McGregor, who does the same fucking thing in MMA. He gets inside your head, and I've said it on multiple occasions that Conor McGregor beats you before the fight even starts. Every time I have a fighter on, I like to talk about that as well. So, interesting when you have two guys that have the same tactic. Now, they go about it in different ways, but they both essentially do the same thing. They get inside your head before they beat the fuck out of each other. Now, let's see who got inside each other's head. With this being said, when it comes to the world tour and that whole circus, I do believe that Floyd Mayweather still wins the mental warfare. Let's say that. But here is Conor McGregor's answer. Let's see what Conor says about this situation.
He keeps talking about under the lights. Oh, he keeps saying he looks good in the gym. I look good everywhere. I look good in the gym and I look good under the lights. In fact, I look better under the lights. So I am comfortable in this. This is my life. I have been under this spotlight for a long, long time in these mega events also. So
do you think you've taken him out of his comfort zone?
Of course I have. You all know. You all.
So he really thinks that he got Floyd off of his game. He really does believe it. Now, in the chat room, we have a $140 watching. I want to know this. Let's have a little fun. Are you boxing or are you MMA? Let me know in the chat right now. Boxing or MMA? Let's see what the chat says. And we have a new subscriber over here. Brendan Gleason. Welcome, you wonderful Fook.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Welcome to the MMA-Holes. You made a swole choice and a swole decision. We have 4 more subscribers. We'll play the King of the Cuck song. But let me know in the chat right now as we're listening to the Conor McGregor Q&A on Friday. Let me know boxing or MMA inside this chat room over here. Let's see what you guys got going on. Prince O'Meal, that's racist. That's right. Let's see. Wow, a lot of people in here. What was his name, Faggy George? Edward, why you pull only 3 out of 10 ugly fat girls, says Ishmael Carrillo. Christian says MMA, Christian Strand. So there you go. There's one MMA. Let's see what else you guys have. MMA or boxing? Let me know right now. Michael Garcia says MMA. Brad Witham says boxing, Foogers. Both, says Jay. EA Best Boxer says MMA. Christopher Atkins says MMA. Jesse Murray says MMA. MMA all the way. Fuck boxing says M24. Boxing says KMX. And you know what? KMX, I didn't know that. Michael Garcia says MMA. Boxing only says KMX 193. Boxing OG 420. Christopher Atkins says MMA. Burka Playa 1. Fuck MMA says KMX. Wow, you're fucking shocking the shit out of me. Look at this guy over here, Alan Byrne. Oh, we know this motherfucker. Welcome. Alan, welcome. You're wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I have some interesting stuff that we will be talking about that has to do with CM Punk. Just stay tuned for that shit. Follow the MMA-Holes on social media, guys. See this over here? Social media at the MMA-Holes. Yeah, you're going to want to follow us because we got some cringy, crazy stuff coming up. Justin McQuay is now an MMA hole. Welcome, friends. And we have 2331. I said at 2330 that we would play the King of the Cuck song, and I'm a man of my word. So, ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you guys the King of the Cuck song. Welcome, TDSLY. Welcome, friends. You are wonderful, wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. All right, here we go. King of the Cuck song. And goes like this.
Welcome everyone to the Bloody Elbow 6th round post-fight show with me, Zane Simon.
Everybody!
Cuck, Zane's a cuck. Cuck, Zane's a cuck. King of the cucks. Cuck, Zane's a cuck. Cuck, Zane's a cuck. King of the cucks. Cucks, Zane's a cuck. Cuck, Zane's a cuck. Run to Twitter, go to your cuck king. I don't give a fuck, cause you'll do nothing. I'm the king of YouTube, you're the king of cucks. Your salami patty hair and the bag of dicks you suck. Get ready, cuck, Zane's a cuck. Cuck, Zane's a cuck. King of the cucks. Cuck, Zane's a cuck. Cuck,
Let's get a fuck Zane in the chat.
King of the Bloody Elbow, have some mercy, ninja pirate, hella salty, dopamine, man with dreams while Zane makes a top 10 list. Is that a wig on your head? It looks like coke cuts without bread. Your content sucks, watch me instead. Fuck you,
One
Zane.
more time.
Cock, let's cock, Zane's a cock. Cock, cock, Zane's a cock. King of the cocks. Cock, Zane's a cock. Cock, cock, Zane's a cock. King of the cocks.
You guys fucking did it. You 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 got us at 23:30, and we play the King of the Cuck song. Now, if you want to know what's going on with that,
Wonderful.
if you want to know what's going on with that, well, you're going to have to watch our previous streams. But that was the King of the Cuck song. There you go. You're welcome, Zane. You're welcome. All right, let's get back on track here. Keep subscribing to the Swole Sexiness. We are watching the Conor McGregor Q&A. Well, we're listening to it together. We have the chat room on fucking fire. Oh my fucking God, who is this cuck smoker? Just go to Bloody Elbow over there, and you can find a lot of cucks. All right, here we go. Back to Conor McGregor.
Oh no! Listen to his words. Look at his demeanor, his energy levels. It's a man that's accepted it. So that's it.
Conor, when you first started fighting, was it your goal to become like a master at self-marketing? Because I believe that we have the two best self-marketers in the sport, you and Floyd. How did you go about doing that?
A master in self-marketing, guys. A master in self-marketing. Now, Floyd Mayweather is a master at self-marketing for sure. We're going to hear if Conor McGregor thinks he's a master at self-marketing, and I have to say, yes.
MMA-Holes.
I would say absolutely. Corey Parton, what's up, friend? I would have to say definitely that Conor McGregor is a master at self-marketing. You know who else is a master at self-marketing? Me. I'm a master at self-marketing because, listen, the MMA-Holes are something that you've never seen before. So welcome, especially Corey. Welcome to Corey to the show. Keep subscribing, guys, because we are wonderful, wonderful. We are the channel that's going to take over YouTube. So we're going to do it. It's going to happen. Conor, what does he say about self-marketing?
No, it wasn't a goal. Let's self-market. I'm being who I am. I'm working hard. I'm scheduling bouts with opponents, and I'm telling them what I'm going to do to them and how I'm going to do it, and then I'm going and doing it. And then the train just kind of rolls with it, and it picks up steam as the predictions keep coming true. And the world, like, I don't know how many times I've shocked the world right now, and I'm going to shock it once again on August 26th. So with that makes me the greatest self-marketer, or whatever you call it. But it's just simply me doing what I'm doing.
All right. I have a question for the chat. Chat's on fire. So I'm gonna keep the chat going over here. Jesse Belle Hill is a master self-marketer as well. Frank, if you didn't like it the first time, well, how about the second time? Frank is now an MMA hole. Welcome to the family. Is Conor McGregor going to shock the world? Hit me in the chat right now with a yes shock or no shock. Yes shock, no shock. Let me know in the chat. Will Conor McGregor shock the world? Yes shock or no shock? We need to hear your voice. Let me know right now.
Scheduling bouts, telling them exactly how I'm going to do it, in what round, and then it happens. And then, wow, shock, and then on to the next one. And this one is supposedly the big one. Waiting to see when he falls, how he's all write him off after this. And it just, he becomes like Aldo. Aldo was him at one stage. Then he just becomes nothing. And it's just another day for me. It's just something I'm used to seeing. I'm used to the way people react to me coming into a fight. I don't know how many times they've labeled me a joke. He's a joker. What's this? What way is he moving? What way is he hitting? What way is this? He doesn't stand a chance. And then the poor guy who's in there that faces me has to deal with it. And then he's unconscious. And then on to the next one. And then there's more questions and more doubts. And this will just continue until I call it a day.
So here we go here. Now, I see some people say open the phone lines. After this, if you guys want the phone lines open, I will open them up, and we'll get your opinions to end the show. Kate Orr says shock. Steven Sedilla says nope. Killer Prince. Pinecone says shock. Fuck yes, says Thune Butha. That's right. Yee. I don't know what that means, but maybe a yes, sir? Yes, shock, says Arrigo Guillermo. There you go. What else we got over here? Yes. David Alves says... That's right. Yes, shock, says Kenshiro Ayu. Shock, says Killer Pinecone. That's right. A lot of yeses in there. Shockingly. I'm shocked by all the yeses. Yeah.
You say they, like, you know, I remember the auto fight. I think it was, you know, maybe slight edge to him, but a lot of people were picking you to win that fight. So, like, who in that fight? I know most people were picking Floyd in this fight, but in that fight, who?
We're talking about a 10-year undefeated run and the only featherweight champion in the world. I know, like I said, it's easy to look past it now because it's done, and Aldo's been slept in.
Brady Collins says, I demand my voice be heard about this fight. Well, hang in there. We'll get the calls after.
10 seconds. It's actually, it's like your brain can't even realize what way you were thinking before that because it's just, that was nothing, and then it becomes nothing to everyone. It's like, it's impossible. It's impossible until it gets done, and when it gets done, it's the most easiest thing, and everybody can do it. I'm just used to hearing it. I'm used to feeling the energy about it, and then I'm used to seeing what happens to everything after.
How big of a deal is his age? You said you watched that workout yesterday and saw.
Here we go about age. He's talking about age, Floyd Mayweather. This should be interesting. Arrigo Giomo, welcome to the MMA-Holes.
Wonderful, wonderful.
You are wonderful, wonderful for sure.
Fatigue in him.
Yeah, I think his age, I think his size are big factors in it.
He thinks age and size are big factors. Prescott Fulton says this channel is making me stupider every minute.
Wonderful, wonderful.
You're welcome.
I mean, maybe not so much the age, but certainly the size.
Because what?
He's too small. He's not gonna lie. He's not gonna take the shots. You ain't never seen me troubled by no small man like that. And that's.
Is Floyd Mayweather too small, or is he not too small? Let me know in the chat. Yes or no. Yes, small. No, small.
Well, straight. You're talking. You can say what you want. Nate was 200 pounds. Nate was 200 pounds. This man is 150. And if he's not 150, he's out of shape. If he's 154, 155, 156, he's too heavy. He needs to be leaner to be in peak physical condition. 150, I'd say he's in peak. So if he comes in any heavier than that, he's not in peak physical condition. If he comes in at 150, he's in peak physical condition, but he's 150 pounds. I'm going to be 170 plus on the night.
He's saying he's going to be 170 plus on the night of the fight. Now, 170 is Nate Diaz weight. Now, he looks really trim now, but 170 is the weight that he was at fighting Nate Diaz, and he looked fucking huge at 170. Like, for his size, I mean, the guy was fucking in great shape. So imagine 170-pound Conor McGregor fighting Floyd Mayweather that walks around, I think, tops 160, 165, if he's soaking wet. I don't know. But Conor McGregor running around at 170 is a scary Conor McGregor. Here's the thing that makes me a little nervous is Conor McGregor at 170 has gassed. So let's see if Conor McGregor addressed his issues with cardio. Looks like he's got some cardio going, you know, from his training vids and stuff like that, but it's different when you're getting punched. So let's see. Walking around at 170.
I don't know what else to say. It's over before it even begins. Trust me on that.
Yesterday he said that you're weighing 160 right now, is that correct?
He knows nothing. He thinks he knows. Maybe he's on the phone to Paulie. I don't know, but Paulie also knows nothing. So he can think what he wants.
How much do you get to the start judge's decision that's a victory for you? Do you buy into moral victories like that? That just making it to a decision would be a win for you? Making it to a decision would be a win, and this is what I've said on multiple occasions. I said that if Conor McGregor goes the distance with Floyd Mayweather, well, that's a win for MMA. That's a win for Conor McGregor. Him being an amateur fighter fighting the guy that is the GOAT of boxing. I mean, arguably the GOAT of boxing. So let's hear what Conor McGregor says. If he goes to decision, is that a win for Conor McGregor? This is actually a very good question.
I'm going to spark him. I don't care about all that. I'm going to come forward, go at him. He's saying he's going to come at me. I tell you what, right? He said he's going to come at me. I'm telling you all, I'm going to go at him. Let's see who takes a first back step. That'll be the first win or loss in the fight. Who takes a back step first? So you can all sit there ringside and watch it and say, okay, Floyd took a back step first. That's the first defeat of the fight.
This is interesting. This is fucking interesting, guys. Now, like Conor says, Floyd did say that he's going to come. He's going to come at him. Floyd did mention that the Pacquiao fight, people were disappointed with Pacquiao, Mayweather, the performance by the two. They were disappointed. So what he wants to do is give everyone a show against Conor McGregor. So he's going to move forward and try to put Conor away. I don't know if I still buy that, if Floyd's going to try to do that. I really hope that Floyd does try to do that. I would love to see these two just go at it for fucking... I mean, it would just be amazing to watch these two fighters go at it. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think Floyd's going to play the game that he usually plays. I mean, he's Floyd Mayweather. He's got a recipe for victory. If that even fucking makes sense. I don't even know.
Wonderful.
But I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think Floyd is going to bring it? Yes or no? Let me know. Floyd bringing it? Yes or no?
So there you go. We'll see what happens on the night.
How much thought do you give to the historical aspect of this fight? I know the fight's very close now, but do you think about the position
This is
fight
history. This is never before been done stuff. Two men at the pinnacle of the game in their both sports. You know what I mean? It's historic, and I mean all the way through from the world tour to the interest, and it's just I'm just grateful to be a part of it. And there's not a second goes by that I don't sit back and embrace it all like that.
I'm pretty glad that M24 is coming in Edward's mouth. It's good to know.
That whole world tour, after the press conference over up, I just went back and was looking at the imagery, the video footage.
All right, Conor Neary says, he says no, Floyd is not going to bring it. Kenshiro Ryu says, Dragon says, Conor Neary, he says it again. Are there any yeses in the chat? It looks like no one thinks it. Mayweather's a coward, so Gunner Gossip says. David Alves says. TDSLY says. M24 says. Who else we got in this thing? Call me daddy. What's up, Kevin? The taco daddy. All right. Let's see. Left my ass off. Helmet head. Edward. Oh my God. They're having this complete autism in the chat. I love it. Subscribe to the show. We got about $150 watching right now. If you're not subscribed, well, don't be a dick face. Subscribe to the FOOKIN show and do it right now, or I will slash all your throats. Well, maybe I won't slash all your throats, but how about this? This is exciting news. Brendan Gleeson.
Super chat.
Brendan Gleeson dropping the super chat.
I don't know what this madness is, but I like it.
Well, how about Brendan Gleeson? He doesn't know, but he likes it. Thank you so much for making Conor fly. Now, that's right, kids. If you do a super chat, you can make Conor fly. And look at him. He's soaring through the clouds. Oh, fuck. Right, Conor? Yes, all right, but thank you for the support, Brendan Gleeson. You are wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
Right, Luke?
Wonderful.
That's right. Back to the Q&A.
Footage, and I was like, you know what, this is stuff that lives on long after I'm gone, and it's just something I'm grateful for.
Did you watch the Ali?
Welcome, Brady.
Fight, or were you aware of it?
Yeah, I watched it, but it was like the build-up. You can't really see much of the build-up. You know what I mean? It's a different time, but the fight was very interesting. Now I believe Ali was kind of set up, didn't realize what he was getting in for, but that was similar. You know what I mean? Although Ali was going for a mixed rules bout, it wasn't him calling Inoki into his game, so respect to Ali on that one. You know what I mean? That shows his character. It was a crazy fight. Inoki set down, pulled guard is the term we call it, and was crawling across the floor and kicking Ali in the legs. Ali was like back trying to get him up. It was like, there ain't no referee to say get up, or you've got to deal with these problems yourself. Then also punching downwards to be able to punch downwards, the trajectory to punch down is a skill that you must master. And if you can't keep your balance and throw, people stumble over. And it actually happened at a brief moment in time in the contest. Ali tried to reach down and tried to punch, and he ended up getting swept, and Inoki ended up on top, and the referee separated straight away. If that moment in time was left go for 5 more seconds, 10 more seconds, Inoki would have wrapped around his neck or his arm or a limb, and the whole face of the combat world would have changed right there and then. But the referee separated straight away, and then it just carried on a kicking on the floor contest, and it was kind of just got weird after that. But I don't know, it was interesting, and this is similar to that, only I'm crossing into the boxing game. He's not coming into a mixed rules bout. Now, he is talking about it afterwards. I don't believe him, but we'll see. So I'm very excited that it's me that has to come out and test myself rather than him trying to test himself.
We are listening to the Conor McGregor. Well, he did a post-workout Q&A on Friday. This was released right before, basically, the videos were released strategically by Dana White and Conor's people. Conor didn't release it, but let's be honest. I mean, on that side of the situation, it was released. And, listen, it's fascinating. The whole story, it's keeping us invested in MAYMAC. So I love what they're doing with this whole thing. It's keeping us all locked in. Now, Conor McGregor was just speaking about Muhammad Ali and his antics with crossing over and testing his skills in other departments. I have called Conor McGregor earlier in his career the future Muhammad Ali. I even wrote a little bit of an article for Vegas magazine. That's right, because I am sexy and swole. It was before UFC 196, saying that keep an eye on this guy. It was before Conor McGregor lost to Nate Diaz.
Wonderful.
But it is what it is. So you can find that I did actually write something for them for Vegas magazine. And I was saying, watch this guy. This is a once in a lifetime athlete. You may like him, you may hate him, but what he is doing is he's changing the world of combat sports. That's what he's doing right now. Now, I'm not here to suck Conor off, but let's call a spade a spade. It's what he's doing. And I've compared Conor McGregor to a man named Muhammad Ali multiple times. And as you listen to him, clearly he's influenced by Muhammad Ali. So it's fascinating. It's a fascinating story. Soak it in. Whether you hate him, keep bashing him if you hate him. Keep sucking him off if you like him. That's fine. We're here for opinions, man. That's what we're here for. We harvest cancer inside this chat room. Q&A time.
How important are the Irish fans that are going to be coming over? The last couple of fights in Vegas have been huge. This is his hometown. But August last year, in the middle of the summer, the Irish took over Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Exactly the same this time.
100%. We roll in and you know about it. So I don't think you can prepare for the Irish invasion until you're bang in the middle of it and you're like, what's actually going on here? So it'll be an interesting mix of cultures and people that will be floating around Las Vegas. I'm interested to see how it plays out, but it's going to be one hell of a historic event for people around the world and the city of Las Vegas. So we're very excited.
Conor, why are you guys trying to get the glove size changed from 10 to 8? Why is that? Floyd kind of made it seem like he was trying to give you an advantage. Like, here, have this.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
Everyone said in the chat that Chris wants to suck off Conor. I either want to suck off Paulie Malignaggi, I either want to suck off Conor McGregor. I guess I like to suck off men from what people are saying, but it's just funny when you have an opinion on one side of a story or a certain fighter or athlete. It's hysterical, man. It really is funny watching people do this stuff. But hey, listen, we're all having fun. Right, Conor? That's right.
That's why. I mean, he was like, it was a complaint. No Mexican-made gloves. No gloves made out of horsehair. It must be 10 ounce. The weight must be 154, so the gloves are 10 ounce. These are all little stipulations that were behind closed doors were going on. So I couldn't wear Mexican. I didn't even know the difference. I didn't know it. And then I got Mexican gloves, I got horsehair gloves, and I got the regular glove, and I just kind of felt the difference. So I started to understand.
Did you guys know about horsehair gloves? I mean, listen, I'm not a huge boxing guy. I enjoy the sport. I'm more of an MMA fan. But what the fuck, horsehair gloves? Like, seriously, I keep hearing about these freaking horsehair gloves. Let me know in the chat if you're aware of horsehair gloves. Maybe we'll take calls. And guys, we will open the phone lines. Once this little Q&A is done, we will open the phone lines. It's a long Q&A. You got a little bit more time left. I mean, it's probably about 15 more minutes. But if you do know about horsehair, maybe you could school me on fucking horsehair gloves.
Why? You know what I mean? Some of them are a puncher's glove and some of them are more of a protective glove. So these were all things that were in the stipulation, and I was like, I don't really care. And then I let that be known publicly. I think it bothered him a little bit. He thought his manhood was being in question, and then he's like pushing for the 8 ounce. Great, I'm ready. I fight, like I said, I fight in 4 ounce. So whatever. It looks like it's gonna happen. So
does it say anything about the sport of boxing? If you go into his world and you beat that world champion as a world champion MMA artist, you go into that world and beat him?
Like I said, I've been boxing my whole life. I've been doing this my whole life. So they think it's like, oh, it's over for boxing. It's just a weird mentality they have. It's like, I don't know. It's a fight between two skilled athletes, two skilled fighters, and that's it. One will win, one will lose, and the world will carry on.
You said that if Inoki had beat Ali, that could have changed the face of boxing. Do you think there's a similar thing you made here?
You see, that was in a mixed rules contest. This is more, it's hard for me to kind of say, I don't know. But I love the sport of boxing. Boxing has been dear to my heart my whole entire life. So I will contend in boxing bouts going forward, and I will contend in mixed martial arts bouts going forward. I will rule both with an iron fist, and that's where my mindset is. So
are you interested in promoting?
Now, you know, he does have a boxing background, but realistically, he is an amateur fighter. He is a very good striker for an MMA fighter. Very interesting to see it transfer over to boxing. Really, really interesting to see. But when you're talking about a man who is extremely confident in everything that he does, I mean, how could you doubt the guy, right? How could you doubt the guy? Or can you doubt the guy? Well, we'll find out.
McGregor Sports and Entertainment.
We'll see where it goes. I mean, the future looks bright.
So you're viewing this as more than a one-off then? You intend to continue in competing in boxing as well?
I will certainly contend in both sports, yes. I mean...
Conor, if victorious on August 26th...
Can we let him answer?
I mean, I could say, hey, you're afraid of a real fight, motherfucker. Get over here. If you want to fight me, fight this. But I will have fun. I mean, I like it over this side. It's good. The build-up is good. The preparation is good. I love the sport of boxing. I love the sport of mixed martial arts. I just love fighting. So wherever there's a fight, you'll see me. And if I'm not actually preparing for a fight somewhere on planet Earth, I'm fighting somebody. So that's just the way I have always been.
Boxer? Who, you know, historical fighters, who have you enjoyed watching?
Roy Jones.
It's an interesting question, by the way. What boxers does Conor McGregor enjoy watching? And here we go, Roy Jones, and let's see what he's got to say.
I like Roy Jones a lot. I've been a big fan of him. Muhammad Ali, of course.
Of course, Muhammad Ali, because the motherfucker is literally ripping out a page from his playbook. So
there's been a lot throughout history. I mean, Floyd has been good. I mean, Floyd gets a lot of stick, in my opinion, for his style. And I remember way back when he was preparing to face Hatton, people were ridiculing how he hit the pads. Do you remember that? Mm-hmm. People used to ridicule how he hit the pads. That's not the way you hit pads. And then all of a sudden, when his career goes and he does what he does, now all of a sudden everyone's mimicking his approach.
Look at Conor's defending Floyd Mayweather over here with his approach and stuff like that, and it's interesting to see. Let's see. Someone, Edward Klein says this channel is gay. I go to MMA Fighting and Luke Thomas for real MMA news. Well, that explains a lot.
Wonderful, wonderful.
And it's kind of similar to me right now. They're mimicking how I move, how I approach the game. And then I go and do what I do, and then all of a sudden they mimic me. So there's been many great boxers. Prince Nassim Hamid is another one I'm a big fan of. Currently today I like Rigondeaux. I'm a big Rigondeaux fan. I like Lomachenko as well. I think them two should
How would they
compete.
do if they fought? Because they made him an offer.
I just think, I don't understand why Lomachenko isn't engaging in it at all. There hasn't been one mention of his name.
Oh man, this dude's fucking hilarious. Eric Klein says Robin Black blows this gay channel out of the water. Well, you got the Robin Black blows part right. I mean, you got that part right, but I don't know, Edward Klein. You're really hurting your credibility here.
And that kind of is in the last fight he was good. He had some glimpses of what he does. I thought he was a little bit, his energy wasn't right. It was like he almost didn't really want to be there at moments in the fight, I felt. I think he's got to go and make that. That's the fight that's got to happen. That's what boxing's a crazy game. There's so much in play. Yeah, please. There's so much in play in the boxing game, but it's a great game. Like
you can tell in Conor's voice right now that Conor is liking this, and it makes it very interesting. The fact that Conor is speaking so highly about boxing. If he by some way gets a win, he may not come back to MMA. Now, I still think after this fight, I still believe that Conor will come back to the UFC right after this fight. I do believe that's going to happen and defend a belt. Just so he can say he defended a belt. Because a lot of people are like, oh, Conor didn't defend a belt. Well, when Conor, listen, I mean, he's the exception to a lot of rules. It sucks. I mean, it's not right, but it is what it is. Conor McGregor is like a Wayne Gretzky. It's like these people that come, Michael Jordan, that just come and they kind of bend the rules. You know, they're not your typical athletes. You know. So, but some people just can't handle that, you know. There's a reason why he's making so much money right now. There's a reason why this is a mega fight between him and Floyd Mayweather. So I do feel that he will come back to MMA, defend the belt, and he may just stay in boxing. He may just stay over there and just make finish his career, just making boatloads of money with these crazy weird fights. But we'll see. We got to get past MAYMAC first.
Like I said, it's a great game. Who else is in today's game? Canelo and Golovkin. I'm not really too much of a fan of either of those. I think Canelo's a little bit stuck and a little bit flat on his feet. When I watch footage of him, I see him just getting peppered and he has no feet under him. Golovkin, I think, came into camp for this preparation badly out of shape. I'm looking at him badly out of shape up in Big Bear, and I just see a drained individual.
By the way, we're making Edward Klein famous right now. Edward Klein, welcome. We're making your bum life famous. So enjoy your your fame right now. Keep writing what you like, but yeah, it's real cringy.
So, although they're supposedly up there as well, I don't really think they are. But I like the lighter guys. Lomachenko and Rigondeaux is a fight that I'm eager to see. Floyd's young kid, Gervonta, is okay. He's good as well. Good, strong kid. Maybe one or two more fights I'd like to see him in the mix there. There's some great, exciting guys, but historically, Ali, Roy Jones, Prince Nassim, Big Showman, Eubank. I like Chris Eubank.
Senior or junior?
Senior. Junior's not bad. Junior's good as well. Junior's got some good work rate, and he's a confident young man. He follows in his father's footsteps. I always liked Eubank. He was an unusual character. He moved in certain ways, almost cat-like, and then he'd good solid power in his shots. Irish boxers, Bernard Dunn. I was a big Bernard Dunn fan. He brought boxing back in Ireland. You know, bigged it up. These are the boxers that I've been watching the boxing.
John Duddy, were you a fan of his?
I didn't really see too much of him. Now he used to fight in New York, right?
Yeah.
I didn't really catch too much of him, but there's been many great boxers. I've been watching every form of combat, from taekwondo, from karate to boxing to Brazilian jiu-jitsu to freestyle wrestling. I love combat sport, and that's it. I'm grateful that I get now to fight in a different sport and a sport that's been very close to my heart my whole life. And I look forward to going out and showing what I have and showing what I've been preparing.
The people who follow boxing and they watch MMA and they're not MMA fans, you know, they look at you guys throwing those overhand shots and they say a boxer wouldn't get hit with that. So
this is interesting. Bringing the overhand stuff. You've been seeing this over and over again. Like people are saying it's real sloppy. We're kind of throwing the overhands, and let's see what Conor has to say about that. I'm sure he's going to defend himself here, but it is an ongoing thing that I do notice, especially on some of the boxing channels and stuff like that, when they're breaking down his technique. Does he have the best technique when it comes to boxing? No, but he's trying to do something different. That's the only way he can win, is by doing something different. If he straight up stands in a traditional boxing stance and tries to outbox Floyd Mayweather. I shouldn't say fight, box Floyd Mayweather. Well, you have no shot. But if you do things unorthodox, which it looks like he's going to try to do, things could be different.
So you've been in both sports.
There's many rookies in the mixed martial arts game from a boxing standpoint. There's many rookies in the mixed martial arts game from a kicking standpoint. There's many rookies in the mixed martial arts game from all disciplines, because there's so many disciplines. But you best believe if you see a guy and he's moving like this and he can't box or has no rhythm or flow, you best believe if he gets a hold of you, he's skilled in other areas that can beat you in seconds. So that's the beautiful thing about the mixed martial arts game. There's so many ways to win a fight, and you've got to respect all styles of fighting, because there's a time and a place for every single style. It's just about implementing it at the correct time. So I don't think you can compare me to the mixed martial arts boxing that you're.
I want to laugh real quick. Johnny Fuckerfaster says, I would rather watch bum fights over the Mayweather-McGregor fight. That's fucking funny.
Wonderful.
That's good. If you guys have any jokes about the Mayweather-McGregor fight, you're welcome to say them, because this is the MMA-Holes, for God's sakes. Keep the autism flowing in the chat.
That everyone thinks this is, and I think that's where they might have made an error in this selection. They might have thought this is just an MMA guy, and they've seen MMA guys come through the gym and spar in their camp. But I am not that. I'm a different level altogether, and I think it's only as the fight is coming closer, and only then they come face to face with it, they see the confidence, they see the different approach, they see that they've made a grave error, and that's what I believe, and that's what I will show on August 26th.
Your kicks are such a big part in MMA of setting things up. So you take that away, you would think that's one weapon you don't have to set up punches. So how do you overcome such a significant loss?
Like I said, I've been boxing a long time. They all try and close the distance. They all try and get a hold of me. They try and always close the gap. And make no mistake, Floyd is going to try and close that gap as well, because that's all he can do. He's going to try and close that gap and pray that I fatigue. Pray that the movement stops and he can get a hold of it. But it's going to be too late by the time he even has a moment to do that. He's going to be his brain is already going to be shook. His money is already going to be took. And his name is already going to be in the Undertaker's book. That's a Joe Frazier quote. So this is what I've been dealing with my whole life. They come, they try and do what they're trying to do, but it's too late by the time they try and do it. So that's it.
Did you see Lomachenko reach out to you on Twitter?
Yeah, he's a 120. What was?
Here we go. Lomachenko reaching out to Conor McGregor on Twitter, which was pretty interesting, and I actually retweeted it. Check that out. But yeah, Lomachenko, he's a fucking badass guy over there, and he reached out to Conor McGregor at the MMA-Holes. You can check us out over there. Follow us, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook for off-air conversations where I'll tickle your penises and vaginas, and you'll love it.
Wonderful, wonderful.
That's right. I don't even know what the hell that was. But yeah, Lomachenko, let's hear what Conor McGregor says about this.
What's the weight? 120? 130. Southpaw. He's not applicable to this camp. So that's it. So I don't know what that was about. I mean, also he was cut and banged up from the last fight. Just a little promotional thing. I think, and that's why I'm like, hey, sign that Rigo fight. Get on that if you want the big money. I mean, what did he get? What was his money?
750.
Do you know what I mean? Like, what? He's supposedly one of the pound for pound guys right now. I mean, you need to start making these fights and putting yourself out there, not tweeting something when you know you're never going to be brought in here at 130 pounds on a southpaw when I'm facing an orthodox.
So too small, bringing in a southpaw. All right, so there you go. Conor McGregor's just completely brushing it off. The kid's a beast, but yeah, Conor's brushing it off. It doesn't make sense to his camp. Let's give some props to $145 watching the MMA-Holes live. This is exciting, guys. And now we're winding down the Q&A. Conor McGregor post-workout Q&A on Friday. We're winding that down. This is a reaction video to that. We have 69 likes and only 10 people dying of AIDS. Guys, this is a great time. If you're not subscribed, do it right now because we've got $150 watching now. 150 of you. If you are new, we do weekly shows. We do live shows. Everything on this channel is live. And what I need you to do is slap that bell. After this thing shuts down with the Q&A, I will open up the phone lines and inject AIDS into my ears as you guys call in and give me your opinions on Conor McGregor, MAYMAC, Conor McGregor, Paulie Malignaggi, the Lovable Mouthpiece, all that fun stuff, and then we'll shut this thing down and I'll be live again tomorrow. When we hit 2,400 subscribers, we will play the King of the Cuck song again. We played it once today, but 2,400 we played again, so we need to hit that mark. So everyone jump right in, subscribe to the MMA-Holes, like this video, and let's wind this fucker down.
You did the Alex Shuffle a lot today.
So I'll give this a lady go.
You've come really far in life. Does it ever trip you out to kind of think of how life was to how life is now?
Of course, I mean, every day I wake up and I pinch myself. Like I said, I've come from shows where I'm fighting in front of 100 people, and 70 of those people are family and friends of the people that are fighting on the card. That's where I come from, and that was 4.5 years ago. So I've come a long way, and it's been one hell of a journey, and I always take a step out of it for just half a second, look around, be grateful for it, get back in and carry moving on forward.
Let's just stop this for a second. We have to celebrate because we got 71 likes and only 10 people dying of AIDS. So that can mean one thing. Well, it can mean this. Diaper John dances for 10 likes. Are you guys ready? Let's do it.
I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10
Uh-oh, hold on a second. We got interruptions here. Boom! Holy shit! Oh my God! Mind exploding! Team VIP 99 with the Brazilian guitar goat. Holy shit! That's right. The $16 team. Holy shit.
Enjoy your steaming. Cool way to kill some time. Keep up the good work. Cheers, man.
Oh my God, my mind just exploded right there with autism and AIDS. Team VIP 99 has donated the Brazilian guitar goat and kicked us all in the nuts. How about that? Here we go. Pontiva is now an MMA hole, and you are wonderful, wonderful. If you guys want to interrupt this show, and I actually almost had a minor heart attack for a second, but if you want to interrupt the show, down below is the donations over there. And you can see different denominations have different things that happen. Super Chat makes Conor fly, and then down below we have ridiculousness. Appreciate the support. All the donations go right back into the show. Appreciate that. Almost died there for a second. Anyway, I'm not even going to play the 10 more likes song. We got 76. We'll play it at 80, but Jesus Christ, I almost died there for a second. We are listening to the Conor Q&A, and let's finish this shit up.
Part of the plan. Who are in the, maybe where you were at one point and have a big dream but don't think that it's possible. What do you have to say to those people?
Keep believing in your ability. Keep showing up and working hard. Look around everyone that's with you right now and celebrate them. Don't look around everyone that's with you right now and be like, I've got to go somewhere else. Because that's the mindset with a lot of fighters, I feel. They're always like, I've got to go here to get this training, or where I'm at is not good enough. Where I currently reside is not good enough. I've got to move to America. I've got to move here. I've got to do this, do that. And what that is, it's just from me looking at that, it's just a sign of a weak-minded fighter. You've got to put your feet down and believe what you're training and grow as a team, as a unit. It's exactly what I have done with my team. I haven't brought nobody outside in. No, but let's say I reach out to one of these boxing guys. It's like they don't want me to win anyway, and it's like it's just a different energy. The only thing I wanted to brought in was people ready to fight. People that come in here, let's fight. And my team stays my team. It's been the same thing. Of course, it's a different discipline now, but fighting is fighting, and we are true masters at fighting. That's it. We are a different breed when it comes to fighting. We understand it clearer and more precise than anyone on planet Earth. And that's my belief, and that's the belief that young fighters should have in their hometown coaches and their hometown people and their roots. And that is the secret to success. You celebrate your surroundings and you will succeed. You don't and you run away, you're not only are you running away from your team and your people, but you're actually running away from yourself. And you're just another guy in another guy's gym. Do you know what I'm saying? You're not the guy in that gym. You're just a tour. You know what I mean? You're just a tourist.
Kind of. Pacquiao called you out. Canelo called you out. Mikey Garcia wants to fight you. Who would you want to fight in boxing? I mean, you're facing Floyd now, but if you could line up some fights.
All right, who would Conor want to fight in boxing if he could line up some more fights? Is a very interesting question. If he doesn't come back to the UFC or whatever, let's see if Conor calls anyone out, or if he's just like, I'm going to pay attention to the task at hand. We're going to find out right now.
None of them really. I mean, Pacquiao wouldn't be a bad one because he has a name. Look what happened to him in that last fight. He got mauled. He got absolutely mauled in that fight. People were crying. It was like big robbery. I didn't see no robbery in that fight. I saw a man that just got mauled in a fight. So none of those names interest me at this present time. Like I said, I'm facing the god of boxing at the moment. This is supposedly the god of boxing, and he could have stayed the god. He could have rode off 49-0. Instead, now I am here, and now I am the god of boxing. So that's where I'm happy where I'm at right now. We'll see.
I got to interrupt Conor for this lovely comment in the live chat. Moto Man says, greatest channel ever. I have such a lovely gay feeling while watching this channel.
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right.
See what happens after. We'll see how current fights take place. Then also I've got multiple world titles that I must defend back in the Ultimate Fighting Championship. Options are a beautiful thing in the fight game, and boy do I have many. I have a queue of people, so I just tell them, get in the queue, and we'll see.
The Ali Shuffle today multiple times. Can we expect you to do that on Fight Night?
The Ali Shuffle we saw. Will he do it during the fight? And it's a pretty much guarantee.
Certainly going to be flowing. I'm going to be moving in there, 100%.
Conor, there was a time that you and John drifted very slightly apart. You spoke about that.
My coach?
Yeah. How significant was sort of repairing that relationship and getting things back?
We never, not necessarily drifted. It was just like when the Aldo fight happened, then I just kind of became me. You know what I mean? I just had I was like above showing up and above certain things, and it came back and bit me in the ass. And then from both areas, he had so much stuff going on in his games, book, TV shows, and I had so much, and we just became two entities in ourselves, and it left the student coach thing left, but we since mended that long ago for the DS2 rematch. The Alvarez fight was amazing. This preparation has been very unique also. John has been in the ring with me. We've been sparring in this camp, working out some certain situations that people will be very shocked with when they see it take place. And it's been a great training camp. And not just John, my other coach, Owen Roddy, my coach and training partner, we came in sparring. We used to spar back in the day. He was a great fighter himself. Now he coaches and he holds paddles, and it's more like a training partner relationship. And you know, then I've got my cardiovascular trainer, the Dr. Julian Dalby. He's a former cyclist. He comes in and he's been instrumental in in building the gas tank as well. You know, we made so many errors in the Diaz 1 fight that we corrected for the Diaz 2 fight, and then we came up with the program, the McGregor Fast Conditioning Program, and I've seen mad gains in my performance, in my fitness, and also my ability to keep going. Usually what used to happen to me was I'd show up and I'd just run into a brick wall. I'd train my ass off 10-hour days. Like, I'm talking 10-hour days. I'd show up to the gym with Tupperware and cutlery, and I'd stay there the whole day. And it was like, I'm never truly actually training. I'm never on or I'm off. I'm just kind of like a buzzing light. That's what we say. The light's never on or off. It's just buzz. So, and eventually you just run into a brick wall. Your body drains, and then you become overtrained. You get sick, and that's what happened in the Diaz 1 fight. I got badly sick 10 days before that fight. I didn't say nothing about that. I just kept it to myself. But I was badly sick on antibiotics and all because I trained so hard for it, and I ran myself into a brick wall. But all these things have been corrected, so I've been able to, rather than before where I go vroom and hit a brick wall and then go back down, I've been able to just kind of slowly, steady rise up, and that's since the Diaz 1 loss, and up until now we've continued that.
What do you guys think about Conor McGregor talking about the Diaz loss and how he was sick like 10 days before? Is he making excuses? Is he not making excuses? He did take Diaz on short notice, and so did Diaz. Came in no camp really and just came in and fought Conor. The one thing that is awesome about Conor McGregor, and I know we've been talking about a lot of awesomeness about Conor McGregor, but the fact that he will take on pretty much any fight. Like, if someone drops out, he's like, let's go. I'm not going to pull out. I'm going to fight somebody. Let's put someone in front of me and make it happen. It's happened before a couple of times. So I think, if anything, looking back at Conor McGregor's career, he is willing to take risks and fight guys in weird situations just to make that paycheck, give back to the fans, and I think that is what his legacy will be. Win or lose, Conor will try to take on the big fight and never really pull out no matter what. A lot of fighters, I mean, listen, everyone gets into a fight and they're hurt. You know, when these fights are scheduled, I'm sure majority of the fighters, I'm sure it's a very high percentage of the fighters, are injured before the fights. And we've seen guys pull out. We've seen Amanda Nunes medically cleared and say she was sick. Now, I'm not saying she wasn't sick, but you never see this from Conor McGregor. Is he really lucky, or does he actually give a shit and want to fight? So, I mean, that's the one legacy. That's the one thing he will leave behind, in my opinion. 81 in the tip jar. So what do we get to do? Well, we get to do this. 10 more likes. 100 watching. Let's go. Diaper dances for likes. Go.
I've got 10 more likes.
I've got 10 more likes.
I've got 10 more likes. Fuck you, dislikes.
11.
I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I hope the dislikes die of AIDS.
Do you like to see bald men dance? Well, every time you give us 10 more likes, we make that man dance. 11 people dying of AIDS, and we are about to wrap up the Conor McGregor Q&A. We heard a lot about Conor McGregor. I will open up the phone lines for a good 10 minutes after this. So we will hear your thoughts. We'll hear your voices. Let's finish it up. Home stretch, kids.
Did you ever think about like aligning with someone like Freddie Roach or Abel Sanchez or one of those boxing trainers just to have that voice in your ear during this? Or you want to be the unique Conor McGregor?
No, it's not that I'm above that. Of course we take in what people are saying. We listen to certain things, but from how people perceive the fight and their words that they use about the fight, there's an energy, and some people are coming in just for a name or just to be a part of it for their own, not to actually be a part to go and do it. So there was some people we were considering, but at the end of the day, I just want, for me in this camp, I just want people that were lacing them up, sticking the gum shield in and fighting. The referee for me was critical in bringing in. And the ring, the correct ring size, the correct canvas, but the referee was critical because we must understand the rules. We must understand how long the referee gives us in the clinch, what things get flagged, and certain things like this. So that was the route we went, and it's been great. There's been no outside interference. There's been no crazy energy in it. It's just been the same as it always been. My team, and we've been focusing, and everyone, because it's so different, everyone's has a lease of life that we're doing something new. And everyone's doubting us, everyone's writing us off, and that's motivating and energizing, and that's what we have experienced in this camp.
Floyd was changed back a little bit, please. Just a little bit to the you guys. Thank you. How has fatherhood changed you as a fighter in the man, especially heading in this bout?
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly.
Here's an interesting question. Fatherhood. You have a child here on Earth. He's doing this for a family now. Do we see a different Conor now that he's a dad? Which is interesting. Imagine he never wins another fight because his head's all fucked up from being a dad. I mean, who knows? Let's see what he says.
I am in awe of my little son. I am in awe.
Where can I go?
Yeah, he's okay. No, it's all right. I'm good. I'm good for a bit. I am in awe of my little son. And honestly, like, I'm looking at him and I'm like, the other day we were comparing pictures side by side of when I was that age and he was that age, and we're like identical. And I'm like, yes, because we're like, he's gonna look exactly like me. And he has my name and he's carrying my, you know, it's a legacy. So I'm just in awe of my little man. As far as how it's made me as a fighter, it certainly made me more focused, more disciplined. I must be disciplined. I can't slack off. I can't float around and do what I used to do. I must train, recover, go home, look after my boy, rest, train again, and it just keeps life more structured for me. So it's actually helped me as a fighter and as a man with business and with training. Everything's more structured, and that's the way it should be. That's the key to get to the high level. You must have structure. So it's been eye-opening and amazing, and he's only 3 months, so that, you know, so much good times ahead. So we're very happy, very proud, myself and Dee. Life is good. Life is so good.
Life is good.
Conor,
Two more questions.
Two more questions, kids.
He could see the confidence in your eyes during the tour. Where does all that confidence come from?
My confidence comes from my work ethic. That's it. I know the work I'm putting in. Like, I will be back here. It's now 7:20. I will be back here at about 11:30, which is 6.5 hours post the previous workout. You must take 6 hours. You must take a minimum of 6 hours to replenish the glycogen levels. You can't train 5 because the glycogen levels don't restore. It must be a minimum of 6. So we'll be back here about 11:30 tonight. We'll do a second workout, and we're preparing correct, and we're preparing hard. That is where my confidence comes from. My confidence comes from hard work, and that's
hard work.
So Floyd is correct. I am a confident young man. That with the fact that if I really wanted to, it wouldn't take me very long to dismantle him, limb from limb.
Hard work.
So that is also an added bonus for me that maybe previous boxers that went against him couldn't have, because they have no other skill set that could dismantle him. They just know how to box, and they cannot beat him with boxing. So that's it. Me, I can beat him in many ways. I will beat him with boxing, but I can also beat him many other ways as well.
What are the other ways?
So that's where my confidence. What he has been saying recently is, "Oh, you look good in the gym. Wait until the lights. Well, let's see under the lights." Yeah, let's see under the lights, because that's where I thrive. I thrive under the lights.
He does thrive.
I'm no stranger to this. I've been he's been on one side and I've been on the other side, and we've been just going like this. So he's witnessing a man who's experienced this already. So.
Conor, speaking of that, then this promotion with the the pay-per-view, the closed circuit, the ticket sales, the merchandise, food and beverage, all that. Who's winning the promotion?
M24 says his confidence comes from his big Irish bulls. There you go.
And the value of that, of this promotion.
Who's winning the promotion?
Yeah.
If it ain't for me, what's going on? If it ain't me scheduling full-on fights in the gym for you all to talk about and debate or my skill set or my approach, it's just Floyd in a roller disco, or it's just Floyd at the bleeding Gucci store. You know what I mean? I'm the one that's bringing this all the way home. I'm the one that, all on them world tours, who went viral? I went viral multiple times in that world tour. The fuck you suit, the mink coat, the money. Even he tried to throw the money on, and it was like, I went viral because the money, it was like it was raining money above me. So, it was, it's been all me, and that's it. And I will collect every single dot of this. I am in on everything, the food, beverage, the gate, the pay-per-view, the whole lot. When this fight is done, I will sit back, I will collect my show money, and then I'll go start counting everything else, and I'm getting into that 100 million range, and taking what I'm owed. And then we will see what's next after that.
Think it'll break the records?
100%.
Is he going to break the records?
Of course it will. It will break all records, gate and pay-per-view.
Let me know in the chat, do you think that Conor versus Floyd will break all of the records? Hit me with the yes or the no.
Branded in the media as entertaining, whereas Floyd's been branded as arrogant. Why do you think that is when you guys have pretty similar personas? I wouldn't say
It depends what media you're listening to. I've been called arrogant as well. I've been lambasted multiple times by the media, and as has he. This is just the nature of the business. I think we've both received it, good and bad, at an equal rate. So that's it. We are going to go in and we are going to fight, and we'll see who the better man is on the night.
Thanks, guys.
Looking inside the chat, and they said, "Thanks, guys. That is it." The vegan specialist says, "It will break the records." Craig Lee says, "It will." 84th King says, Viking says. Kenshiro Ryu says, maybe. Yes, Connor runs boxing, says M24. So there you go. All right, guys, that was it. That was the, yeah. That was the
wonderful.
All right, so this is what I'm going to do. Conor McGregor, well, he did a little workout on Friday. Boxing workout, went 12 rounds, hitting bags, wearing his beautiful coat, whatever the hell you want to call it. Did a Q&A. We just listened to the Q&A. If you missed it, well, you could go back and you could listen to that, AIDS. But I got to say, Conor's very confident. Watching him strut around the UFC facility, the guy, he's got the swag, man. Even in boxing, he's got his swag. Is it because of all the money he's going to be making? I don't know. Is Conor going to be winning? I'm still on the fence. I want Conor to win. I'm still on the fence. I will be giving you my Mystic Moss picks because I am Mystic Moss and I get all my picks right. It's that time of the show for this. We're going to wind things down. We've been going on for a hot minute. We have people in the chat room going cray-cray over here, raping each other. We're going to open up the phone lines. The phone number is 516-522-0267. Let me know what you think of this whole Q&A. Let me know what you think about Paulie Malignaggi. Is McGregor going to beat Mayweather? Is Mayweather going to beat McGregor? Let me know right now. 516-522-0267. Phone lines are now open. Here's the chat room. Says pimp coat. That was a pimp coat, and it was wonderful. Oh, here we go. Right off the bat, here we go. You are live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name? And where you from?
I'm from Virginia. My name is Jose.
Jose from Virginia. What's going on, from? What's on your mind?
I'm doing okay, man.
It's good. All right. And what are your thoughts for this lovely show?
Well, I'm just saying, man. I think Mayweather he got skills and stuff like that, like I'm saying. But if you see the fight versus Maidana and Mayweather, Mayweather even can't figure out how Maidana gonna fight with him, and he got his ass whooped. I don't know how he got the win in there. So it will happen here. It's August 26th. He never gonna figure out how Korner gonna come in the ring, and he's gonna get his ass whooped and knocked down. That's it.
So you're saying, hold on, let me see if I got you correctly. You're saying that Conor's gonna whoop Floyd's ass.
You're gonna whoop Mayweather ass. I'm telling you, just like that. The same like Maidana did on the first fight, with Mayweather.
I agree with you, by the way, with the Maidana thing. I think Maidana won too as well. I agree with you on that one. All right, thank you for the call.
He never find a way. Maidana was on him, beating him up all the way down, and I don't know how he got the win. He's gonna be happening the same style. McGregor is better, a smarter guy. He skip punches. And a lot of people talking about the Diaz win and blah, blah, blah. But if you see how many times McGregor giving him a chance to stand up, nobody say nothing about that. So, for me, McGregor is a big, long reach, and a smarter fighter. So that's all I have to say.
All right. Thank you for the call. So there we got one McGregor right over there. Interesting points. Let me know what you guys think. 516-522-0267. Idiocracy is real, says TDSLY. Beg your pardon, says Frank Bavon. We need you to speak American, goddammit, says Joe Miller. Get your phone calls in right now. Let me know your opinion on the whole situation. We have one person saying, how about that? Conor McGregor. If Conor McGregor finds a way to win, it'd probably be the end of the world. You are live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and where you from?
Hey, I'm calling from Idaho. How are you guys?
Hey, Idaho. What's going on?
How do you feel about Floyd going at Conor just straight on?
Floyd going at Conor straight on. I hope it does happen. This is what I want to do real quick. I want to get your predictions. Do you think Conor or Floyd?
Oh, for sure, Conor. I feel like if Floyd goes at Conor, like he said he is going to, I feel like it's going to be the Marcus Burmage fight all over again.
All right. I'm going to give you my opinion right now. Thank you for the call. How do I feel about Floyd taking it to Conor? I think it would be fantastic. I think if Floyd walks forward and takes it to Conor, we are going to see a fight that's going to be one for the ages because Conor's a counter striker. So there you go. So if that does happen and Floyd does bring the heat, you got Floyd's speed. Floyd's a counter striker as well. Floyd likes to back himself up to the ropes too and do a little this. No, does this. My sound bites got a little mixed up. But I would love to see that. You know, I think if Floyd comes forward, we might have a chance. I mean, the playing field will be a little leveled, more even. But I don't think Floyd's going to come forward. I don't see that happening. We have 2 Conor, 0 Floyd right now. Let me know your thoughts and who will win, Conor or Floyd. Get in on the lines, 516-522-0267. Now, we are an MMA show. So, of course, we're biased. All right? We are biased. We are MMA fans. But we are not delusional. I did say that Floyd will win 12 rounds. Right now, gun to my head, I still think that Floyd will win in 12 rounds, a decision. That's what I'm thinking. All right. The 6th man is calling in. The MMA-Holes. What's up, Jay Smooth?
Yo, so straight up, man, this fight is extremely important. And it's not only important for Mayweather, it's important for the sport of boxing, and let me explain why. A lot of boxing fans will not admit to this, but MMA is on a serious rise, and it's getting to a point now where, you know, we have this fantasy warfare matchup, and let's be real about this. Conor can lose. He can lose because he's going to get paid a lot of money, most money he's ever made in the octagon, win, lose, or draw. So he's good. If Mayweather loses, not only does he finally get that first loss on his record, you know, because his undefeated record's what made him in the first place, the sport of boxing itself will die. The sport of boxing will never have the same legitimacy it once did if a guy who's a novice comes in and beats Floyd Mayweather. Now, with that being said, do I think it's going to happen? I'm still not convinced yet, but I can tell you this right now. The fact that McGregor took the punishment to Paulie Malignaggi, a former boxing champion, if we're being technical here, the fact that he took that kind of fight to a world champion in boxing and actually knocked him down, it says a lot. And it actually gives him even more of a chance than I think we already were giving him in the beginning. But does he win? I don't know. I'm still on the fence about it. I don't think he will.
All right, so you're saying Mayweather for the win? But it does make you think a little bit, right? After all this stuff, you know, is hitting the media and stuff like that, you're kind of sitting back and be like, wait a second, does Conor have a shot here?
Right, and plus, if you think about it, Floyd needs this win more than Conor does. Because if Floyd loses, he loses everything. He loses the reputation. The sport of boxing will take a big hit, and it's not going to be as profitable as it once was. I mean, maybe Conor takes it to a new level, or maybe he takes it to a different level. I don't know, but if Floyd were to lose this fight, it damages a lot of shit. It really changes a lot of shit. Mm-hmm. So personally, I think because there's so much in Floyd's corner, I think he's gonna pull out the victory somehow.
All right, so there you go. There's Jay Smooth with the opinion. Thank you for the call. Jay Smooth jumping in. He says Mayweather, but it is interesting, man, the points that he did make. And I've said this myself before, that I feel that if this does go to distance and it does be Mayweather by decision, I think it's very bad for boxing. Just my opinion. And we've had some fighters on here as well that said the same thing. Now, I haven't heard a boxer. I haven't had someone in the world of boxing call up or be on the show that has said it's fine. If it goes to decision, it's fine. I haven't heard that side of the story. But in my opinion, I do think it is bad for boxing. I think Floyd Mayweather, even though he hasn't knocked anyone out since the dinosaur era, Floyd Mayweather needs to put Conor McGregor away. That's it. That's it. Phone lines are back open, 516-522. And there we are. You are live on the MMA-Holes. What's your name and where you from?
Hey, brother, man. How you doing?
Greg. What's up, Greg? What's going on?
Oh, doing great. Hey, look, I was talking about this to Jesus last night on the Hangouts. Here's another thing. He will get. We talked about how long the rounds last, and since he's used to 5-minute rounds, even though there were not as many, with 3-minute rounds, he can keep revitalizing himself. I think it would be nice to see it go the distance, but I'm pulling for Conor, man.
So you're pulling for Conor. Who do you think is going to win?
I think Conor's going to win, really. I mean, well, let me say this. Okay, let me put it this way. Let me say this. If Conor can get in, and here that 10-second rule, you want to bring that up again too, because you're getting 10 seconds to clear your head, man. Like you said, So it's going to be harder for Conor to win than it would ever be, because not only because it's just boxing, because that is the big part of it, but that 10-second rule in boxing gives you, for the guy that's been in as many fights as Floyd, he can recover in 10 seconds pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. 10 seconds is a long time Conor has jumped on guys instantly and put them away. If they had 10 seconds to get back up, it could be a different story. It could be a whole different thing. So you're
these guys that fight a lot, the head clears quicker for them than it would an average person.
Mm-hmm.
So.
All right,
anyway,
so
for what it's worth. All right, brother. Hey, everybody in the chat. Hello, love you, subscribe. See ya.
But who do you choose, Craig? Conor or Floyd? If you had to pick right now.
If you put me on, I got to choose. I'm gonna say Conor.
Okay.
I think Conor's going to shot him.
All right.
I really do.
Thanks for the call.
All right, peace, guys.
That was the MVP saying, Conor, that 10-second thing means a lot. If you look at a lot of Conor's fights, he's hit them, but has pounced on top of them and played basketball with their head. So it's going to be interesting to see with boxing. You were live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name? Where are you from?
Tim from Las Vegas.
Tim, Las Vegas. Sin City. What's going on?
Not much. How are you?
I'm good, man. What's on your mind?
Well, here's what I want to say is I'm a boxing fan, but I'm also a MMA fan, and I think it's clear that Floyd's going to win this fight, and I have a number of reasons why.
Okay. All right, shoot.
First is that... Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I said shoot. Go for it.
Well, I've watched Floyd and I've watched Conor in person a number of times, having the opportunity here in Las Vegas to go to the fights. And the one thing that I think that people are vastly overestimating is Conor's power. You're talking about a guy that hasn't had a pro boxing fight. And I've seen Floyd go against Cotto, Maidana, De La Hoya, all in person. And these guys that are trained boxers throw much harder than an MMA fighter just in the ring as a boxer. Okay, So I don't think that his power is what people say it is. Also, Floyd baits people and puts traps into people, and he counters so effectively. His overhand right that he'll catch you with after you throw the left is devastating, and you see it multiple times. You saw it against Maidana, you saw it against Hatton, you saw it against Shane Mosley, you saw it against even Zeb Judah, who's much faster than McGregor. There's so much force on that shot, and people don't think that Mayweather has pop, but he most certainly does. And the way that Floyd moves, his speed, his ring generalship, his experience in the ring is so far greater than Conor. Obviously, if this fight was in the octagon, Mayweather would get destroyed. But I think it's unrealistic to expect McGregor, with no pro fights in his career, to go in there and beat Mayweather. Now, I think if he lasts 7 or 8 rounds, I think that's a win for him. I think obviously if it goes 12, it's a huge win for him. But I think he may give Mayweather some problems in the first 2 or 3 rounds just because he's awkward. But Mayweather figures that out. You got to understand, he's faced 49 pro fighters that all they've done since they were 7, 8 years old is fight in the boxing ring. Now, I understand people will say, well, yeah, but that goes against Mayweather. But he's figured out everything that'll come after him. And McGregor has to play by boxing rules. I watched the footage that they put out. He hit Paulie Malignaggi, grabbed and punched him, hit him behind the head, pushed him behind the head, grabbed him behind the head. All that's illegal. None of that will be allowed. And I think it'll be really interesting to see how McGregor actually approaches him. Because if he tries to roughhouse him like Ricky Hatton did, I think it'll turn out the same exact way that did for Hatton. He'll come with the check hook, and he'll knock him out. I predict Mayweather knocks him out. I think it will be within 7 rounds. I think McGregor will walk into a punch. And I love McGregor. I like McGregor. He's my favorite MMA fighter. I love his persona. I love how he talks to the media. But I just don't see him being able to beat Mayweather at all.
All right, so there you go. That made some good points there, and the point with the whole ref thing and the things that he was doing in sparring that are illegal in boxing. It's interesting that he brings that ref in and he kind of didn't discipline him for the left hand. I don't know. It was kind of like a nudge in the back of the head. So that is, now you seem very knowledgeable about boxing. That is clearly an illegal move, correct?
It's not only is it a legal move, but if you follow what Malignaggi said, and I'm not a huge Malignaggi fan, I think he's fantastic on Showtime. I wasn't a fan of him in the ring so much. But if you listen to what Malignaggi wrote on Twitter, and you hear him in the interviews, and I've been following this quite a bit, is he was saying that after he was knocked down, that Joe Cortez ruled it that it was not a knockdown, and that Cortez ruled that it was illegal, that he hooked him with his right hand and he pushed him down. Now,
Okay.
I have no idea if that's true or not,
Yeah.
but that's what Malignaggi said.
Okay, so yeah, you got 2 stories there. All right, thank you for the call. All right, that was a good one right there. And we have another Floyd over there. So now we're evening the playing field. We have 3 Conor, 2 Floyd. We're going to take a couple more calls, and then we'll continue the conversation in the comment section down below. I'm fascinated by this. I love hearing both sides of the story. I want to hear what you guys have to say about MAYMAC. And the calls are flying in right now. All right, you are live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and where you from?
Hey, it's Brad. I'm calling from Maine. I think that Floyd is going to really beat the shit out of Conor. I think the fight's going to look like a lot like what Amanda Nunes did to Ronda Rousey. I think that Ronda's way too out. I think Conor's way too outmatched. I really don't think he has a chance at all.
All right. Okay, thank you for the call. So there you go. We got another Floyd Mayweather over there. And listen, it's pretty easy to say that Floyd Mayweather's going to murk him. The fact that he says he's going to knock him out, that is the interesting thing. I can't see it happening. Bigger gloves. I mean, some people, Jay Smooth made a point, maybe Conor's going to quit on the stool. I just don't see Conor. I could see him losing. I just can't see him being knocked out. You are live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and what's your
Hey,
thoughts?
man, it's Brady.
Hey, Brady, what's up, kid?
Not too much. Listen, hey, did you see what Kavanaugh posted today?
I didn't. Help us out.
He said, 12th round, 250-something punches, we're ready. So, I mean, if anyone's thinking that Conor's not in shape for this fight and, he's going to gas out, I think they're fucking sadly mistaken, man. I don't know. I'm not a boxer, so I don't know fuck all about boxing, but he looked good to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, everyone's bitching about how he looked. I thought he looked amazing.
Yeah, he did look very good. I was a little surprised and see him going late in the rounds and hitting as hard as he was hitting.
Yeah, I know, and like the angles that he was like, he'll jump one way, jump another. The angles he's hitting, punching with, man. I mean, boxers don't do that. They just kind of come forward. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm,
they just kind of bend down, put their head down, and go forward or whatever. He's fucking bouncing around like a retard. You know? I don't know if you ever fought a retard, but they'll fuck you up, man.
Yeah. That's true. Don't get into a fight with a retard because they have...
No, I did actually when I was a kid, and I got the shit kicked out of me. But and that's not even right. I shouldn't call them retards, but
Wait, hold on a second.
But he was a retard. Sorry, man.
So wait, was he a mentally disabled person that you literally like Down syndrome? You talking here?
No, I don't know what he had. He used to lick his fingers and nonstop and say he was Steve Austin. You know Steve Austin, the Bionic Man. Yeah. He would lick his fingers in sequence, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then say, "I'm Steve Austin." And I tried to get him to stop licking his fingers, and he freaking pile drive me on my head.
Oh my god, that's great. That's fucking great.
Yeah, he pile drive me to do. Yeah, fucked me right up.
Well, that's fantastic, Brady. I'm glad.
Anyway, we were friends after that. So,
well,
but
hey.
yeah, you can't fight a guy that you like. Connor's right, man. He's never seen anything like that. Like, who the fuck who can you compare him to that he fought?
Who can you compare? I'm still on the retard thing. Who can you compare that fought Conor?
Yeah, like who can you compare him to? Like Floyd, I mean, Conor's fought a lot of punchers, you know?
Well, I mean, there is no comparison with either fighter. Both guys are fighting someone completely outside of the box, outside of their wheelhouse. So it's literally like it's a guessing game. It's basically a guessing game, heavily favored on the side of Floyd Mayweather just because they're playing his game. They're playing.
But he's had 3 years off, buddy. 3 years. You know what I mean? And 3 years at like the ripe age of fucking 40, you know?
Yeah.
Or sorry, he was what, 37 when he retired?
Yeah, it was 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. I'm almost positive it was
Yeah,
2
and
years ago.
he might look jacked and everything, but dude, I'm 50, and I've been in shape all my life, but I'm not the same as when I was fucking 29, man. You know, or 28. There's no way.
Hold on. Brady, hold on a second. Craig Lee's jumping in.
Chris, no offense to the caller, but Conor is a wild card and a different breed. Look, 40 years old, 10 years difference. I will say he will not get knocked out. And remember, I love pussy. No women here against their will. Remember, retard have super strength.
It's true. All right.
Huh?
Craig Lee does agree about the retard having super strength there. So there you go. Craig Lee with the $2 Conor donation. Thank you, Craig.
Why Craig beat up a retard one time?
No, well, maybe. I mean, it wouldn't put it past. I don't know.
But what I'm saying is he's coming at him like fucking Jim Carrey and me, myself, Irene. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's coming at him like he doesn't know what the fuck's gonna happen. You know? I think he's gonna get smoked. I think Floyd's. You know what? I'm with Conor, man. He's got a whole fucking country behind him. He's got songs being written about him. I mean, just think of what's on the line for him to win. You know what I mean? And then you put that pressure on him. He's never failed, you know?
Yeah.
Except once. He got choked out, but whatever.
No
he
one wants to
redeemed himself.
All right.
Fucking Diaz had to fuck everything up, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Diaz, I left that building crying. So, it was a sad night for me, but it is what it is. So, all right. So you're saying Conor for the win, correct?
Conor for the win, buddy.
All right. Thank you, Brady. Brady Ferguson jumping in on the call. Oh, man. He fought a retard. It was great. Guys, we have 90 likes. We have 104 people watching. Come on, kids, let's get in the subscriber box over there. And because we have 90 likes, well, we're going to play this song because we have 10 more likes. Ban-a-da, Diaper John. Let's go. 12 people dying of AIDS.
I've got 10 more likes.
I've got 10 more likes.
I've got 10 more likes.
Fuck you, dislikes.
I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I hope the dislikes die
of AIDS. There you go. AIDS. All right. 93 likes, 104 people watching. This is a swole show. This is what I'm going to do. We have 4 people saying that Conor McGregor is going to win. We have 3 people saying that Conor McGregor is going to lose. We're going to take one more call. Who will be the last caller of this swole sexy episode of the MMA-Holes? Now, the reason why I'm telling you guys to subscribe is this. We're live all the time. We're going to come back Monday. We're going to come back Wednesday. Friday, I'm not sure this week, but I'll try to get something up on Friday. So basically 3 times a week we will be live. We do Fight Buddies. We will be live during MAYMAC. And that shit is going to be fucking off the hook. I cannot wait to stream that. We've had GOATs on this show. We have MMA fighters. We've had craziness on this show. And before I open up the phone lines one more time, we've got 100 fucking likes. 100 likes! Team MVP, Team MMA-Holes, let's go. 10 more likes.
I've got 10 more likes.
I've got 10 more likes.
I've got 10 more likes.
Fuck you, dislikes.
I've got 10 more likes. I've got
10 more likes.
I've got 10 more likes. I hope the dislikes die of AIDS.
This man is so tired of dancing. A lot of fun. If you guys had a good time on this swole sexy stream, I just moved my whole fucking border over. Let's do that. If you guys had a good time on this swole sexy stream, you know what I want you to do. I want you to hit me with the ones right now. Let me know if you guys had a swole sexy stream as I try to troubleshoot my likes. But god damn, it doesn't even fit in the jar anymore. There's so many likes. That is awesome. That is wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right, let's take the last call of the evening. MMA-Holes, let's do it. Team VIP 99 wants let on. All right, here we go. Hopefully that's him. You are live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and where you from?
Hey, buddy, it's Walmart Nate Diaz.
Oh, shit. What a way to end the show with Walmart Nate Diaz. This is exciting. What's going on, Walmart?
What's up, guys? I just wanted to say something to that other guy that was saying that we're overestimating McGregor's power.
Okay.
I'm just saying, did you see the legs on McGregor right now? Power comes from the bottom. Plus, I don't want to insult boxing fans, but they're like very delusional. McGregor's been boxing since he was young too. They seem to forget about that.
So you're saying that his power and his previous boxing experience will transfer over in this super fight?
Oh yeah, everybody when they stand up with him, they're always trying to grab him. They're absolutely not on his level. And same thing kind of with Floyd, but Floyd avoids punches. I just think that he's just going to have too much power.
We have Walmart Nate Diaz on the line right now. This is exciting news. Ending the MMA-Holes show. I'm besides myself. Now, McGregor always says precision beats power. In this situation, I feel that McGregor has the power and Floyd has the precision in this situation. Do you think this will be a factor?
I'm going to just tell everybody how this is going to go down.
All right.
Floyd has too much footage, too much habits. McGregor, he specializes on seeing habits, and there's just way too much footage for McGregor to watch and pick up those habits. He can try several different things for every little type of move that Floyd does. I'm telling you, it's gonna look like he's outboxing him, but he's just gonna be landing. He's not gonna outbox him, but he's just gonna be landing. I guess that you would call that outboxing him.
Mm-hmm.
He's not gonna like use the traditional boxing. He's gonna land. He's just gonna land. That's what I'm trying to tell people.
All right. So you're thinking that his punches will find a home during that fight, and you're figuring a finish. You see a finish in the future.
Yeah. Did you see the shoulder, the Philly roll that Paulie tried?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like he went above. He didn't look for. Plus, orthodox. That's open. Like Floyd is orthodox, so that straight left is going straight. If he tries that Philly shoulder roll, it's just going to finish him.
There you go. Walmart, before I let you go, how many push-ups will you be doing tonight?
Man, I was trying to do, I ran into a brick wall. I was on my second 100, and I didn't take any breaks, and I got this crazy feeling all around my ribs.
Oh, shit.
I had to take a break. But I'm going to hit my 1,200 tomorrow.
All right. Well, good luck with that. Thank you for the call. That was Walmart Nate Diaz live on the MMA-Holes, and he says Conor McGregor 5-3. Conor McGregor wins in the phone lines. But that doesn't mean that we won't know who wins in the comment section down below. Down below when this show shuts down, I want to know who the fuck's going to win this fight. Conor or Floyd Mayweather? Conor or Mayweather? Let me know in the comment section when this shit shuts down. Guys, I have to say, probably one of our better shows. Who cares? We always have a great show over here because of you guys, the MMA-Holes. It is wonderful, wonderful. Wonderful. That's right, Conor? Look at this painting over here. There's more paintings coming in your direction and coming all over your faces. So this painting over here, we do giveaways. Brady Ferguson, who called in, actually painted this thing. And look at this fucking thing. It's insane. Well, if you guys want to win a painting, well, be subscribed to the MMA-Holes because we do giveaways during our shows. It's just like we just do things like that. I got to get out of here. I got to leave. I have to go. It's so much fun hanging out with these motherfuckers. I love hanging with the It's that simple. Thomas Anthony put a 49-1. When the comments section opens up, I want 49-1 or 50-0. I need to know. We're going to find out who the fuck's going to win this fight because we know. The MMA-Holes know. All right, guys. Good stuff here, kids. Had a great time. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing, liking, donating, doing whatever the fuck you guys are doing, contributing to this autistic mess, the MMA-Holes. We will be back tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern time for the pre-show. It's not the MMA hour. It's not the MMA hour, okay? I just want you guys, because I look a lot like Ariel, so I get it. It's not the MMA hour. Go back and check some of our videos. Subscribe to Jessie Belle Hill. Check out the chat room over here. Subscribe to Jessie Belle Hill. It's a must thing to do because Jessie Belle does the after show for the MMA-Holes. Also in our description, subscribe to Kobe from Kobe's Corner. Go check him out down below. CM Punk news. We have some drama coming your way. You're not going to want to miss it. It is a circus. We have a circus. Just be prepared for the insanity that is coming. If you check me out on social media, you'll get an idea of what's going on here at the MMA-Holes. Why is it over my face? My face is too beautiful to be covered. That's right. Let's put this thing down over there. So yeah, follow me at the MMA-Holes on social media. And always remember, don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA-hole.